Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are playing Life Makeover, but this time around we are trying something different. I've been wanting to do this for a minute and I finally have an ally that I can fully read the story for. So today we are reading the story for the newest SR ally from Gerald. You know, this one we're talking about. Literally there's even rope sound effects for it and I'm dying to know what the story is going to be about. So today we're going to be reading. A little disclaimer, my voice is not as good as the voice actors, but the you character voice doesn't have one. So you're gonna have to do with mine. Yeah, let's just go straight into it and then start on by chapter 1. Wow, so we got 2 whole ships worth of goods. Excellent, take them to the cabin. Oh wait, we're the cabin. We're the boss. I haven't read the latest chapter, so I don't know if it's related to that. I don't want to know, no spoilers. With a wave and a bow, I watch Anton lead his men to the loot of the merchant ship of the Duchy, the Rosia. The sword shield flag fluttered in the sea breeze. What a beautiful harvest. I bet it will make its way into the Dorosia headline once again. That woman on the sea is true devil. The Duke complained of the indignity in the hall of the Duchy of Dorosia. Calm down, Duke. These 2 ships carry an abundance of treasures from our families. If they just go to the pirates just like this, well, His Majesty won't simply sit idly by, will he? Though addressing the Duke, the Duchess was actually glancing at the members of the royal court above. Encouraged by their words, the other officials also called for military intervention to avenge the she-devil. Is that us? I will lead the army. Why is there no voice acting? I gotta be the Gerald voice? Is that only for SSRs? There's no way. Silence fell over the hall as the young heir to the throne stood up from his seat. Tomorrow morning, I will personally lead the army to eliminate the pirates. Well, that's less sexy if I do it. I'm not gonna lie. Boss, another ship from the Duchies is approaching. Haven't they learned their lesson after losing 2 ships? Are we a bad person in this story? No, it's a naval vessel instead of a merchant ship. Take over. Prepare for battle. Anton proved to be a reliable second in command. Even before warship came loose, he swiftly organized the entire crew and readied the ship for combat. After spending years in this region, I had become familiar with the Duchy Navy. Okay, it's your turn. And remember, it's still the same principle. The more chaos, the more commotion, the better. Dude, are we gonna kidnap Gerald and then tie him up? Minutes after I turned and headed into the cargo hold, the sound of gunfire erupted across the sea. The ship shook violently and the thud of bodies hitting the deck echoed in succession. Oh, Anton? I perked up my ears, fully alert, and I called out for cautiously. Thank the heavens Anton was unharmed, but he brought shocking news with him. What's going on? The Navy commander turned out to be stronger than all the admirals previously sent by the Duchy. Ooh. However, we were on the verge of collapse, and the commander proposed an unexpected temporary truce. I hate to witness your desperate struggle. Where's your leader? I request to negotiate. That's not what he sounds like. Is this the first time you're hearing this? This is not him, okay? He's better than that. I'm gonna negotiate. He said so. What the heck? Though skeptical, I made my way up to the deck. Across the sea, billowing smoke and flames, I spotted the person Anton had mentioned. Oh, it's like flames and stuff going on. I'm so sorry there's no voice. I literally thought there would be, but we're gonna keep going, so I hope you still enjoy it. 100% Hamster Buttocks rated voice acting here, okay? Chapter 2, level 2. So, what do you want? I'm the heir of the throne of Dorosia. Hand over our cargo and cease your attacks on the merchant ship of the Duchy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, so if I said that wrong 10 times, sorry. We can agree on a truce. I couldn't help but snort inwardly. As only someone as naive would make such a foolish offer. Young prince, we are pirates, right? What do you expect showing your leniency to pirates? He frowned, seemed unhappy with how he was addressed. I despise seeing cargo being damaged in the heat of battle. What is he truly plotting? I looked into his eyes, and instead of the naivety, I saw a calmness akin to the stillness of the sea. We're falling in love right as we're there as pirates, girl. I accept your offer. However, on one condition, please come to my ship and inspect my goods, Prince. So that if you find anything missing afterwards, you can't blame me. After Gerald boarded our ship, I personally conducted a thorough search, confiscating all his weapons. I didn't expect him to agree to this. What does he really want? Only a fool or a brute would willingly find himself alone on an enemy ship, but the man standing before me was neither. Bring some food for the prince. I led Gerald up the dining room and ordered a substantial meal to be served to him, and I prepared a special drink for him as well. What is this? Didn't you ask me to inspect the goods? Well, these are the goods. I replied, nudging to the food on the table and presenting the glass to his lips. I was just like force feeding it. We traded the goods for the food on this table, and it's a special drink. Dude, what idiot would actually drink that? Prince, go ahead. You agreed to inspect the goods yourself. No more tricks. Well, Prince, if you don't trust me, how about this? I reclaimed the glass, took a sip in front of him and handed it back. Ooh, I don't appreciate being manipulated. I mean, fair, honestly. I held the wine glass in silence, saying nothing. Awkward. Eventually, he succumbed. Is that a word? Learn something every day. To the unspoken battle and drank all what was in my glass. The whole thing? Dude, what if it's poison? But like, we took an antidote. Like, dude, I mean, what is he doing? Can you be honest with me now? Where are the goods? I waved my hand and spat out the liquor from my mouth. You find it out soon enough. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with our character? Actually. Alright, let's go straight to 3. Where am I? Okay, so it was us. That is even the biggest plot twist of getting this SR, bro. Upon hearing the man's groggy awakening, I tightened the ropes in my hand once more. He realized he was bound, let on an indignant click of his tongue. This is my quarters, Prince. It is the most soundproof room in this ship. I mean, you're still on the ship, so no one's gonna, like, it's a pirate ship, like, who cares? So no matter what transpires here, your man won't come to rescue in time. Oh, I see. Tell me, what are you truly after? Why did you fake ceasefire and come aboard my ship as if I coerce you? Expectation time! Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's the worst what to say. Gerald attempted to feel the edge of the rope with his fingers. However, his arms restrained, his restless fingers were easily ensnared by my grip. It's a futile endeavor. I tied you securely and meticulously. Interestingly enough, I learned this method from your own duchy. Dun, dun, dun. I never imagined I would employ it against you, Prince. I suppose it's a form of repayment. This knot is commonly used by the Navy to bind prisoners of war. Were you one of them? Unfortunately, incorrect answer, and there is no second chances. Ooh. What's next? Are you searching for something? Your jacket, perhaps? That's on me, of course. It's my personal trophy. And so are you. A pirate remains a pirate, even when donning a Navy uniform. I can't argue with that, but you seem to have misunderstood something. I'm not wearing to intimidate others. I simply want to see for myself whether one becomes corrupted as soon as one puts on this uniform. I don't get it. I don't get that part. Okay, moving on. The eyes. We were so smitten by...
It's hardly an honorable approach.
You said the thing. He said the thing. Well then, what's the matter with him? Now, I was the one taking control. I found myself increasingly intrigued by his peculiar responses. Girl, please. Why blame me? I ran my fingers over the coarse texture of the rope and leaned in slightly, drawing nearer to him. Okay, I'm imagining like we're bending over and like we're pulling him in, right? You know how infamous I am? Yet you weren't cautious enough? Shouldn't you hold yourself accountable for this? You can't keep me bound like this. Dude, we're victim blaming. Like it's his fault. Jesus. Why not? You are still hoping someone would come to your rescue? Everyone knows that you're my hostage now, and if you make a move, I'll kill you. You wouldn't do that. I concede. I agreed to board the ship and check one thing. Do you mind telling me? Why did you become a pirate? I'm gonna have like a tragic backstory now. For a moment, I thought I had misheard him. Rather than assuming he was out of his mind, I preferred to believe that. He fabricated this random, flawless reason in the heat of the moment. Well, if you don't wish to talk, I won't waste any more time with you. I fastened the rope to a nearby pipe and approached him. Gerald struggled to raise his head and look at me. For a moment, I thought... It's not a bad idea to stand here and watch him from above like this. Damn! Someone once told me that the sword and shield symbolize protection. Okay. Did you really come aboard to figure out why I became a pirate? I had no reason to deceive you about that. Despite his awkward position, his eyes remained serene, like a steadfast canoe amid a tempest. Excuse me, what? Like a what? Moving on. I turned and exited the room. Anton, keep an eye on him for me. Dude, he's still like on the floor, right? On his stomach? Like, it doesn't look like that. The pirate captain exited the room, leaving behind the man leading the battle, now assuming the role of guard. Gerald frowned upon seeing Anton approaching him. With a sycophantic smile, he never quite liked the man. I want to know what Anton looks like, because he sounds like a baddie. Your Highness? Anton, someone's obscure... Dude, where are they getting these words from? Where are they getting these words? I cannot? Obsequies? A departure from the woman with her usual sarcasm.
Do you mind telling me?
Rather than rushing to respond, Anton took a seat across from Gerald and a shrewd gleam in his glass. Gerald was all too familiar with that kind of gleam, one that concealed the calculations he despised.
Now that we're alone, I can choose the rope.
Oh. I thought it said something else.
I can lose the rope for you. I could also show you the plunder we acquired yesterday and deliver a message for you to the Navy outside.
Is he a spy? Anton offered, rubbing his fingers together.
As long as you pay me a small amount to secure my position in the duchy. A tempting offer, isn't it?
Gerald squinted at Anton and sensed the pirate's untrustworthiness.
Aren't you her first mate? I thought pirates like you were known for their loyalty. After spending so much time adrift at sea, everyone longs to set foot on land again, don't you agree?
Gerald agreed to the deal. The conditions were not overly demanding, even if it turned out to be a trap, still better than just being bound. With the ropes removed, Gerald requested inspecting the loot, promising Anton a generous reward based on the recovered goods value. Anton's face lit up with joy, clearing the way, escorted Gerald to the cargo hold. Like, what if we see him? Like, they're walking out? But what lay behind the door was far from what Gerald had anticipated.
What is this?
Scattered chains, rope, and countless shattered shackles in front of him. Instead of a cargo hold, the place resembled a grim prison cell. What? There's only 2 left. How is it gonna get any better? Observing Gerald's astonished expression, I confirmed my suspicion. He truly knew nothing about the heinous deeds of his prosperous Dashi. Prince, it seems that you have also been kept in the dark. I stepped out from the shadows, relishing Gerald's shock countenance. He was initially taken aback, but quickly composed himself. So you had him lure me here?
Oh, so you had me lure me here?
Correct. You won't earn any extra points, but you have another chance to guess my identity. Dude, what the fuck? I know he had already figured, noticing his throat knob bobbing up and down nurturingly. You mean it's like his Adam's apple? He's just a throat knob? Is that really a word that people use, throat knob? What the fuck? Admitting that his duchy has been involved in human trafficking was undoubtedly difficult to... Oh. Jeez. However, he didn't hesitate for long.
Did you escape from the ship a few years ago?
Bingo. And this time there was a small reward. In his eyes, I glimpsed the canoe again, now with 2 figures aboard. Let me tell you the story of why I became a pirate. 5 years ago, a merchant ship from Dorosia abducted numerous women and children from my hometown. I was among them, and the medicine they drugged me with is the same one I administered to Gerald today. Great way to continue the cycle, innit? When I woke up, I was bound by ropes and chains, imprisoned in the dark chamber along with the many others. With no sunlight, we lost track of time. I can't recall how long it took before the ship finally docked. On the shores of the Duchy of Dorosia, we were branded with tags and prized like commodities. This story is not as cute as I thought it would be, I'm not gonna lie. I still remember tearing in pain as the hot iron seared my skin. Excuse me? I attempted to escape, but then was discovered. Panicking my way out, I ended up into Gerald's ship. I didn't even know who he was. I only recognized his high statue attire, indicative of a wealthy family. I mean, who wouldn't?
Who are you?
He was even more nervous than I was. I implored you to harbor me temporarily to conceal my presence. After a brief contemplation, he sailed away from the shore. Seeing those on land lose track of me, I sat down exhausted and defeated, devoid of strength. Gerald made me a hot tea and quieted me about my ordeal, but I refrained from revealing the involvement of the duchy's nobles in these sinister dealings. I suspected he might be associated with them. Oh. I fabricated a tale about running away from home, and he frowned disapprovingly. To divert attention, I observed his cabin. It was luxurious and adorned with armor bearing and the sword on the right and a shield on the left. On that day, I mockingly remarked that the sword and shield symbolized protection. There was another thing I held back. The Rosians aren't worthy of such magnificent armor. Isn't that what he said earlier? Like he quoted it back to us, like he remembered it, you know? I declined his offer to lend me his cabin that night. My instincts warned me he had ulterior motives. Under the cover of darkness, I attempted to escape, only to be apprehended by guards and brought back to the cabin with a messy escape. That was the first Derosian merchant ship I plundered alongside with Anton and all the uprooted people. Oh. But like, does our character think that he's bad or not? Because I don't really, I never really get that. That's the whole story.
So the goods you've been plundering all these years were innocent people?
Oh, wait. He didn't know that they were trafficking people. He just thought it was stuff, and we wanted to be sure that he knew what was going on and like double check that it was innocent or not. I got it. Exactly, and some of them chose to stay and join us, while others were safely returned to their hometowns. Gerald's eyes dropped, seemingly moved by the revelation.
Where's your hometown?
I can't remember. It's a tiny island you can't see on the map, probably isn't called the way we call it. But forget about all that. The real question is, now that you know your duchy, will you still attack me? Gerald shook his head and then suddenly nodded as if he was struck by an idea.
Retreating isn't a permanent solution. I have a plan.
Alright, let's see the happy ending here. How's it gonna end? According to Gerald, he was one of the finest tactical commanders in the Duchy of Russia, but merely retreating wouldn't be enough to awaken the duchy from its ignorance. A more potent remedy was required. We're gonna kidnap all of them. In the early hours of the following morning, I bound Gerald and led him onto the deck. The navy of the Duchess grew visibly restless. Pointed my musket at Gerald's chest, I fired and cast him into the sea in front of the navy. Still, I know it's fake, but still. The naval fell into disarray upon the commander's demise, and Anton took charge, effortlessly repelling them. Devil can't even be defeated by Gerald. Such notoriety would suffice to pacify the Duchy of Russia for a while. I turned towards the stern and rescued and drenched Gerald, putting him back on board. We just scoop him back out. Even amidst such dramatic changes, Gerald's gaze on me remained steady. You sacrificed yourself for the duchy and can no longer return. What's next? Oh, so they just dipped. They saw, oh, he's dead. They just dipped. Okay.
Next, take a hot bath first.
As Gerald entered the bathroom, it dawned on me that I had neglected to provide him with a change of clothes. Gerald! Oh, why are you already? Dude, he just got out, is he? The bathroom door had no lock. As Shuey hadn't started bathing yet, I barged it out and out through. Yeah, of course. To my surprise, he was remarkably fast. Our clean clothes, I placed them here. I attempted to remain composed as I placed the clothes on the sinks. However, he interrupted me once again. Pirate clothes? Well, don't you like them?
No way. Since I'm homeless too now, can I join you?
Well, meet me at the restaurant later. I arrived at the restaurant early, awaiting Gerald's arrival and prepared 2 special drinks for him. Gerald appeared perplexed when I placed 2 cups in front of him.
Now what? Why don't you take a sip yourself this time?
One of the 2 cups is poisoned. Girl, what are you doing? Stop playing games. Stop messing around, okay? Choose one drink. If you survive, you can join us. What? He gave me a distracted look, then mixed the 2 contents of the cups and downed them in one gulp. Okay. You wouldn't jest about someone's life, so both cups are safe. Although you managed to annoy me, you're right.
Any rewards this time?
That's weird though. Like, your reward is permission to come aboard my ship. Is that it? No. We exchanged smiles and turned our gaze towards the vast sea. It was a beautiful day for a long voyage.
So, where are we headed to now?
Voice line mentioned.
I have no idea. Any suggestions?
Why don't we go to your hometown? As long as we keep moving forward, we will eventually find the island you remember.
The end. What do we think? Please let me know. What do you think?
It's hardly an honorable approach.
It was, first of all, not what I expected it to be. It was kind of dark. Like weirdly dark, but I guess the ending was kind of cute. Our character was weird as hell in this one. I guess because we were pirates, so it's not really like aligned with with what I would do in real life, but that was weird. I did like doing it though. I hope you enjoyed watching this the whole way. If you did, thank you. Rate my male voice please, because I think it's the first time doing voice acting for me, so I mean, what can you do, right? If you like Life Makeover or other fashion games, consider subscribing or becoming a member, since I make a ton of Life Makeover and other fashion game videos. I have a whole playlist with other Life Makeover videos as well, so stay tuned till the after card to see that playlist. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.